Wait, from the very, very start?
So the Bible story begins
In Nazareth. Yeah, Nazareth.
Mary was just at home chilling, and Angel Gabriel came.
No, she's like putting, it's washing, isn't she like putting the washing on the line?
Yeah.
The angel said that she was going to have a baby named Jesus. The angel told to Mary, you're gonna get a son, a baby, and it's gonna name God, it's gonna name Jesus, Son of God.
But I'm not married to anybody.
And his name is going to be Jesus. He's going to be the savior of the earth.
Whoa.
You'll be the chosen one to have baby Jesus.
I think she's like really excited, like her heart is
nervous at the same
really,
time.
yeah.
And then Joseph came home, and he's like, Mary. As she says, what does she say?
I'm pregnant.
What, Mary? How?
He didn't believe her because it came from God.
I think Joseph was pretty nervous.
He was very confused, but then one night Joseph was sleeping, and then
Whoosh.
Isn't Joseph asleep and the angel visits in the dream?
Joseph.
Do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will bring great joy to all people. You are going to marry a person called Mary. Mary is going to have a baby and
His name's going to be Jesus.
He is the child of God, and you will name him Jesus.
okay, that's a bit specific, but you're gonna take Mary to Bethlehem. And then he wakes up and he's like, I just had a dream. And then Mary and Joseph, they meet up. And they're like,
having a baby.
oh, you're pregnant, let's go on a donkey. One of the rulers said, everyone go back to your home, sit here.
Like you.
To be counted for something, I don't know.
Because they needed to get counted.
Yes, and they needed to go to the hometown. They left to go to Bethlehem. They ride on the donkey. Yeah, and they were riding the donkey. They were riding the donkey. Okay.
This donkey's fast.
Mary's got to have a big belly, and she's like, oh no, I'm about to give birth to a baby. There wasn't any place that they could stay. There was too many people.
They went to
Each home and asked if
they could deliver the baby, but each person said there was a hotel, and each one said that they're packed out. They went to a lot actually.
and they would always, the innkeeper, everyone would always say,
Lol, no.
no room at the inn.
They tried to go to an inn, but there weren't any spaces.
Yeah, and there was one that said, oh, I have a barn for you guys to sleep in. So they go to the barn, and she
Has birthed little baby Jesus. She had it in a stable.
There would have been hay everywhere. I think they delivered Jesus in the hay. They kind of got this bench kind of thing. It had this like curled kind of oval on it, and then they.
A manger is a box of where like animals eat out of
hay. They should have had it in a hospital, but that didn't exist.
I reckon they would have felt like pretty weird because they were in a manger, they had nowhere to stay, so...
Yeah, they thought he was going to be a king, but they were like, why is he born in a stable? I thought he was supposed to be a king.
And also plain old dramatic irony.
And then, this is the accurate version, okay? Shepherd in the looking after his flock.
the angel. So it appeared to these dudes, the shepherd.
The shepherd was just watching his sheep. And then a billion angels came.
Heaps of angels appeared in the sky, singing, I think it was.
Wait, what was he singing?
Glory to the newborn king. Wait, what?
The shepherds were kind of like scared because they didn't know why they were there.
Do not be scared, we come with good news.
They'll meet the new baby king.
They picked up the sheep and then they ran all the way.
And they go, they meet Joseph, and they're like, can we see the baby? And he's like, yeah. All happy. 7 years later,
What happened to the wise men?
they meet him 7 years later.
Do they?
Yeah, a lot later. They don't actually come on the night, fun fact.
Wait, what?
No, it was years after.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
They were still a baby when you got that.
Yeah, it took like 2 years.
Is your mind being blown right now?
It really is.
Oh, a bit of backstory. You know, at the start of episode series, how they have the little recap.
Well, they were watching stars, I'm pretty sure.
They were going on their donkeys and then they saw a big star.
But one of the men kind of saw up in the sky, like this star, and I think one of them knew something about it.
All right, so we have 3 wise men, and they're very wise, and they do a lot of astrological things. So they're looking at the stars, and there's this massive bright star in the sky, and it's like massive. And they're like, let's follow this. This is a sign, and we're going to find something special at the end of it. So they grab all their goodies, they go on a little trip.
These are now camels, not sheep. They're now camels. So they're travelling on their sheep cross camel. They had to travel treacherous winds, really sunny deserts,
Desert sand.
scorching desert sands.
On camels.
And while they're on their trip, they run into this king, and his name's King Herod.
They go to the king and told the king there was a star.
And he's like, oh, where are you guys all off to? And they're like, there's a prophecy. Our Messiah is coming. And King Herod, he didn't like the sound of this.
He's scared the baby is gonna take his kingdom.
So he's like, well, when you guys find him, why don't you come back and tell me where he is so I can honour him?
The king said he wants to give a gift, but it wasn't a gift. 3 wise men know that king was evil, means they walked away from the king, far away.
So they kept going.
They arrive, they just leave their camels outside, then they find baby Jesus. I think they would have said, we've got some gifts.
There was gold, I know they were all gold, I think.
There was frankincense and
Frankenstein, gold, and
fern.
yeah. Frankenstein, gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
I thought you were going to say Frankenstein.
No.
I reckon they would have been pretty excited to see the Son of God.
And maybe could have been a bit confused because it's a baby, not like a adult like most kings back then.
He was the new king of the world, basically.
They knew that he was the Son of God, so I reckon they would have expected him to be in probably the highest motel or the highest place there, but nah, just a broke down barn.
I reckon they might have said that he was going to save the world.
I think she would have felt very happy and blessed that the Lord chose her to be the mother of his son.
They felt very, very happy because he was the Son of God and it was their baby. Mary, did you know that your baby Jesus would walk on water, rule the nation? He saved us.
He died for us to take away sin from our lives.
I feel like the celebration's more about Jesus than presents, and I feel like the presents are like the gift, as like the Lord was the gift to us.
This event is one of the most historic events in the world. It is kind of, because if you think about it, if Jesus was never born, we would not be here right now.
And there would be a lot of sin in the world.
It shows us that God really does care.
Well, personally, I think the message here is it's a story of hope, and it gives us hope for the future and hope in God's plan for us.
It's because it's all about this little dude here. People have remembered it for heaps of years. That's how important it is.